What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy Monday. Over the weekend, I gotta say, it was pretty awesome. My portfolio went up a lot. On Saturday, it was up 361%, and as of this morning, it's come down a little bit. But what I marked it at is 427%. I am up. My portfolio of low cap altcoins is outperforming Bitcoin, and that, according to experts, right, shouldn't be happening, but it is, because no one told my portfolio that it could outperform Bitcoin, that it shouldn't be outperforming Bitcoin, and so it is up 427%. And I've shared all that stuff with you. So we're going to take a look at the rankings in my portfolio, because that has changed thanks to real world assets, thanks to BlackRock pumping real world assets, and we'll take a look at those charts, okay? And so without further ado, let's do this. All right, first of all, we'll take a look at Bitcoin really quick. Continues to just be oscillating. Let's see what this week brings. Hopefully it'll bring another attempt down up to break this previous all-time high, 69,179. But that's cool. Maybe we could still be oscillating basically between that, right? 61,179 and 69,179 and 61,000. What is that? 61,200 more or less. Okay, so essentially this, or as high as 73,622, because we did spend a little bit of time, a few days just above that. Okay, so I mean, essentially just oscillating, between those lines for now. Let's see what happens. So if there are any events that could cause it to drop or any of that. Okay, so let me just take a look at how high we've been since the all-time lows. And just so you know, guys, I mean, my portfolio looks this nice because I was buying here. Okay, I'm pretty sure I started buying somewhere around here. I know I started buying in 2022 after the whole fiasco of what's it called, all that stuff, FTX and whatever else it was. I think FTX, somewhere around here basically. Okay, so I was buying all this, and I definitely bought the bottom, and I definitely bought all this up too. So that's part of the reason. That's actually the reason why my portfolio is up the way it is, because I prepared. Okay, this is when you make your money. Okay, when you don't know it, this is when you basically are supposed to make your money, right? And here, just enjoying the fruits of all this labor, of all this pain. All right, so don't hate on me because my portfolio is up the way it is, because I was dealing through all of this. And this was honestly a painful time for me. All right, because the height of this previous bull run, I had made a good amount of money, and then although I was selling, I put it into the wrong things, and I pretty much lost the majority of it. So I mean, this was tough here, and I had to pretty much get money, get loans to make the buys that I did now, and thankfully I did, because all this time later, it's up now. Let's not cry for me either. Okay, so from the lows, more or less from here, Bitcoin from its top, right, its most recent top, it's up 380%. All right, and my portfolio as of this morning is up 427%. Pretty awesome. All right, 427%. So I'm up more than Bitcoin, and that's really not supposed to happen. Okay, supposedly, right? But I mean, again, if you're buying here and positioning yourself and getting into the right projects, here's where I decided my thesis. Okay, my thesis was, I'm gonna get into three narratives. The main narratives. What do I see? One of them was real world assets. Okay. Again, in 2022, about June, something like that. All right, right around here, more or less, May, June, whatever. Again, my top three narratives for me at this time, June 2022, real world assets, gaming, and AI. Okay, that's more or less what I in my head was like. Okay, I'm gonna focus on this, on these three sectors, and I'm gonna just buy as much as I can from that. All right, and honestly, that's what I did this whole time. All right. Majority of my buys were here, and then less so up. All right. Okay. And so real world assets before it became a thing. Okay. So I mean, I know about real world assets. I've been looking at them for a while now, since 2022, and now they're my thesis is proving to be correct, because gaming is hot. Right now, it's not. I would be looking at gaming plays. AI, right now they're kind of cooling off. I would be looking at AI plays, DPIN as well. And right now, I'd be looking at take notes of the cryptos that I'm about to put on your radar, mention to you again, although I already have, because during all this time, I've been sharing my portfolio. I've been sharing what I've been doing here. Okay, so just take notes of RWA plays, because eventually they'll stop pumping. Eventually they'll stop, right? They're gonna essentially just go sideways for a little while. And that's when you want to be like, okay, this one pumped really hard. I like this project. After doing my homework, I'm gonna start buying right now, DCAing in, all right? On the side, because on the consolidation, not during the green days when it's pumping. You wait, you have patience, and you wait, and you sit on your hands, and you identify the projects you want to buy, and then wait for them to consolidate, and that's when you go in. Okay, take it from a guy that's beating right now the performance of Bitcoin, and that shouldn't happen. Coming back to this, because this how it usually goes. Okay, during a bull run, when he goes into Bitcoin, and then it finds its way to Ethereum, then it finds its way to large caps, then it finds its way to low caps, and then it finds its way into meme coins. All right, although meme coins usually start getting hot when things get kind of frothy, right? When things get kind of frothy, and that's when memes start doing their thing. All right, so pretty interesting. Keep that in mind. And my portfolio is outperforming all of this. Okay, during the while some people are waiting for the portfolio to start pumping, right? Waiting for all this to happen. I'm ahead of it, because why? I was buying here again. Okay, so next bear market, guys, and hopefully you guys are going to be following me, watching me. I will be sharing. Okay, I'm going to start getting into the market now. The whole idea is, once we get to a top, right? The next top, whenever this is, somewhere around here, somewhere, right? You want to start selling, and you want to be completely out of the. I am going to start selling, and I am going to be completely out of the market, and then I'm going to wait for this drop. Because eventually this drop will come, whether it's 50%, 70, 80, 90, whatever it is. I will wait about a year and a half, and then I will start buying back in. I'm probably not going to catch the bottom exactly, right? Because I started buying before the bottom right here, and then it dropped more. But I kept on buying, okay? That's why you DCA. That's why you DCA. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. And on the way up, boom, 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 boom. All right? And at some point, you should be all set. And then after that, you just kind of make buys here and there, and you can keep looking at the market, on the way up before the halving. All right, so we are just a little shy of the halving, and just a little shy of the halving, and this is where you should be ideally positioning yourself if you didn't do it here. Okay, if you didn't do it here, this is the best time, because you missed all that. Okay, because after this, it's gonna go higher. All right, on this side, it's eventually gonna go higher. Okay. All right, cool. So I spent the time today ranking my based on performance. All right, so real world assets. Let's take a look at them. Okay, my top performer right now is Rio. As you can see right here, it has been moving lately. Okay, look at long consolidation, 100 and something days, right? More or less. What was it? Yeah, 115 days. Okay, you have to be patient. 115 days, but this is great. This is where, when you see this after a big move, you wait for a consolidation, and then you just start DCing in. And you got to believe in what you're doing, because you could be like, oh man, this thing is not moving after you finish DCAing in at like day 45 or whatever, and there's still all this days left of sideways consolidation. Okay. So you got to really do your homework, and then believe in what you're doing, and then just sit on your hands and wait, because eventually it'll start pumping again. All right, this thing's at $1.81. Okay, and it's my number one performer right now. It's my number one holding as far as how much it's worth. Okay, if I was to liquidate it, this would bring me the most money, followed by number two, Trias. Now Trias is actually in a good place. Trias is actually consolidating still. It hasn't made this next leg up, but you know what? It's gonna happen. How many days have we been so far? 86 days. So if we stretch it out to 115 days, that'll bring us to around the 25th of April. So maybe you have until that time before it pumps again, or maybe it pumps before that, right? But the point is, when you see sideways consolidation on great projects, on amazing project, Trias is my highest conviction play. That's when you want to be DCing in, guys. All right. Land share, I've been mentioning it to you guys. This is land share has pumped its way up all the way to number 3. Okay, that means it's the third biggest holding that I have right now. Okay, I bought great. I bought down these lows of 57, and it's up how much for me right now? 468% at this little peak, all right? Because which it will get to back again, right? Essentially, we're in price discovery now. 507%. It's dropped when it was at just like what, I don't even know how long ago, $3.47. Now it's at 320 something. All right. Now I was talking to you guys about land share, all this. I was talking to you guys here, but recently I was like, okay, land share is a laggard. I remember talking to you guys right here about it, and then again right around here that I think it's a good area to buy, and well, it proved to be right, guys. Okay, you got to believe in yourself. Okay, so that's my number 3. So Rio number 1, Trios number 2, land share number 3. What they have in common? RWA. Number 4, Credify, another RWA. From the wicks up almost a 10x, 900. I'm sorry, not almost 10x, not a 9x, a little over 9x, 907% from where it is currently, 729%. And I remember mentioning it clearly right around here. I was like, this chart looks bullish to me. We still had this to go, and then this. All right, so and I was mentioning it to you guys here. I was mentioning it to you guys when I was buying it, guys. I mean, whenever you see these little things on charts I'm showing, that's when I started mentioning it to you, because that's when I started buying it. All right, and then I share all that stuff with you guys. But anyways, so that's Credify, another real world asset play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, number 5, STBU. All right. Boom. STBU from this level, when I've been talking a lot, because this is when I started to accumulate again, and I mentioned it to you guys again right on here. I'm like, this is probably where it's gonna bottom out at, and I turned out to be right. Just from that level, hopefully, if you guys listened, you'd be up 161% from this peak right here, 221%, 224%, whatever. This is when I first started talking about it, because that's when I first started buying it. My average price is that 2 cents, and now from the peak, that's up 800% from current price, 622%. It's given back some, but up 800%. Now at 16 cents. Eventually, once we break past here, I think we're going to be in price discovery for this project. Great project. Yeah, more or less. It's still got a little ways, but more or less in price discovery from here on out. And it's got a long ways to go, guys. This thing can go pretty far. I think I mentioned right here, market cap of 1 to 2 billion to me is not out of the question, and that would be from current levels at 1 billion, a 64x, and at 2 billion, 136x. I think definitely doable, guys. All right, so another real world asset play. So Rio, Trias, Land, Credi, STBU, Creo, a gaming play, which just started moving up a little bit. And the last time I was mentioning it to you guys, it was 8 cents, and look what it's done since, 17 cents. You'd be up more than double. And this is when I started buying it. That's when I originally started saying it at a penny, and I missed all this. So I got in late. 14x from this top right here, 17x, guys. All right, Synverse, another gaming play. And gaming plays right now, they're not pumping too hard, but they will. Okay, remember the 3 narratives that I mentioned: RWA, gaming, and AI. Okay, Rio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Synverse number 7. I bought the bottom. Okay, I got really lucky there. I bought the bottom, and I mentioned in my videos that this is what I was doing. I did it over the weekend, I remember. All right, and we're only right here. It pumped up as high as here. We have to get back up here and break that. But if you can see, this is clearly inverse head and shoulders. So I mean, buying right now here at these levels at 0.011, this might be the best buy of all the ones that I've mentioned so far in terms of value play, in terms of just buying at a really good price, because eventually this thing's going to turn around. Eventually this thing's going to pump up hard. I think this thing can do a dollar. So I mean, a penny right now, pretty good. And it's although it's lagging from my RWA plays, Synverse was top 3 for me, and it's dropped all the way down. All these have outperformed it, but eventually Synverse will probably be in my top 3 again, or maybe even top 1, okay, because I put the most money into this project, actually. All right. Okay, so Rio, Trias, Land, Credi, Stobox, Creo, Sin, UBXS. All right, UBXS right here. So, wow, look at that move. I started mentioning to people at 4 cents about this project, right? And from that time, it just kind of grinding up this line. And I hope people listened, because right now, from this little tip right here, you'd be up almost 8x. I'm up almost 8x, 791. Current price up 749. Another real world asset play. Okay, look at that, beautiful. Okay, and we're still early, guys. All right, relatively early. Nakamoto Games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nakamoto Games is my number 9, another gaming play, and we're just waiting. Right now it's sideways consolidation, so this is one. I think Nakamoto Games is probably going to be this year's Axie. I could be wrong, but another sideways consolidation, guys. This is when you should be picking up, okay, project. And rounding out my top 10, Tectum, which is long consolidation. This is, I'd be chomping at the bits if I wasn't well positioned in Tectum and to just buy here. And I have it in staking too, so I'm still earning there. It's my average buy, $4.61. It's at $30. All right, and this is when I mentioned it to you guys. This is why people need to be watching my stuff, man. I'm no dummy when it comes to crypto. I might be dummy when it comes to other stuff, but crypto, no. From its peak, 8x. From where it's currently at right now, 5x, and it's my top, and that rounds out my top 10. Okay, so eventually this will pump up, and eventually this will go up as well. This is constantly changing. Okay, I'm just a little bit away from my portfolio being at new all-time highs. All right, probably it'll be new all-time highs today. And here you can just see how I broke it up. Rio represents 22.21%. Trias represents 10.41%. And they used to be a lot closer, but Rio went on the pump. Eventually, Trias will do the same thing. Land share was way down, and now it's number 3. Credi number 4. STBU making up 6.33. Creo 5.3%. Synverse 5.09%. Okay, this will change, and it'll just be to my benefit. All right, so I wanted to share all that stuff with you guys. I am continuously 2 that I have identified that I am buying. I am probably going to buy a little bit more Wico. I have another buy left, but I'm waiting for it to go below my average buy. This is a real world asset play. Okay, it's getting chopped up here. It's getting rejected here at this 0.00029. So I'm going to wait for it to drop a little bit more, consolidate before it tries to pump again here. And I'm going to try to catch it here, catch a little bit more. And the 2 other ones that I've been mentioning, I will try to do videos on them this week. Dynex, which I made a buy today. I have an order in to buy it in again. And Layer AI, which has been, all of a sudden I looked at it, and then a few days later other people started talking about it, so I took that as a sign. I'm like, okay, it's a good project, and the tokenomics are way better than CMC says, so we'll go over that. But in short, it's basically 50% in circulation, because they're not going to put in the other all the rest until after 2026, and they're only going to put in like another X amount, where it turns out that right now it's 50% in circulation, and by 2020, before 2026, only like the other half will be in, like 600 million or something along those lines. But watch out for a video. I'll share all that information with you when I'm ready to do the video on Layer AI. But this is another one that I've been buying, Layer AI and DNX, and I think that these will eventually pump too. And so far I've been pretty good with what I've been doing, guys. All right, up more than Bitcoin on Lowcaps, and that shouldn't be happening. So if you have Lowcaps and your portfolio isn't performing, just wait. Okay, eventually Eventually it will. I did show you that the path to alts, right? And how it goes from Bitcoin first and altcoins and meme coins later. All right. So have faith in what you're doing. If you're not seeing the moves, everything good happens after the Bitcoin halving. Okay, that's when things get really good. So my portfolio is going to be amazing at that point, right? And yours will be too. All right, that's it, guys. Okay, hopefully you guys are going to have a great week ahead. Hopefully we're going to have a bullish week ahead, but tune back in. I'll let you know what I see. All right, if you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. That would be great. I'm trying to grow this channel, trying to get the word out to as many people as I can. All right, because I think I have some good intel, good info, and I want to share that. I want to make people rich, not just myself. That's stupid. I can't be free unless we're all free. All right, leave it there. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.